Hi guys, you're listening to Elizabeth Mulhane and thank you for joining me. In this recording I'd like to share how easy it is to make a 45-minute art lesson that includes mindfulness and meditation for a child aged anywhere from 8 to 12. Okay, so to begin this lesson, Georgia started by doing a 2-minute mindfulness of breath exercise just to find her calm and her focus to start the lesson. And that's how we always start the lessons. We did use a ball for the last few terms. This term we're using Metatron's cube. So she had to stare at a picture of Metatron's cube and just focus on her breathing and find her calm so she could see the shapes revolving. To begin, she had a few thoughts come in and wanted to discuss them, scratched her face and a little bit fidgety. But on the second minute, she was really able to find that calm and she gained that insight. She had a bit of an aha moment where I could see that she was really connecting with that calm space, and she sort of announced that she could see the shapes moving. So that was great that she had that insight and noticed the difference between just sitting there and staring and thinking of a whole lot of thoughts and sitting there and finding that calm and activating that shape. So Metatron's cube's a really good shape to use. We also played 528 Hertz, which is just a recording that I download from YouTube. It just creates that environment of calm and helps with the concentration. So after that 2 minutes, then she just looked at a picture of the Platonic set and had to name the solids. And then she had to find the solids within Metatron's cube, and she just outlined them with her finger when she identified them. And then we moved on to the art lesson, which involved this math set, which was $4 from Officeworks. Really cheap, really affordable. And the main piece was just the metal compass. She had to just draw a very simple shape. And again, I found it on YouTube, so I could just pause it so she could know where to draw her next circle from, rather than me putting it there or me pointing. Okay, she had to look and then copy. So it's just that extra step where we're not spoon feeding so much, or we're getting them to copy, figure out how to do it. Okay, so the first one was a bit of a mess because she had moved the distance, and a couple of times maybe her point wasn't quite on, so she learnt the hard way and we started again. And then the second time she realized just how important it was to make sure that that point was exactly on the spot that it had to be on, and the distance between the metal compass did not move, and she produced a lot better results for her second time. And then we moved on to the colouring. Through the colouring, then she was reminded again to get in touch with her mindfulness, get in touch with her breathing, and really make this an opportunity to practice her mindfulness and her ability to just concentrate in a particular way, which was to stay focused with the colouring in. A couple of times thoughts came into her head and she wanted to share, and so she was just reminded again to just let the thoughts go and come back to the colouring in and just really enjoying the process of colouring in. And then I also explained to her, which I have several times before, that when we practice concentrating and we get very good at concentrating, then when we're grown up, it's very easy to produce the things we want to produce in life because we can sit and concentrate. And even when we're children, we do really well at school when we can sit there and concentrate. And then I said, when we're doing that, when we're doing our artwork, we're practicing concentrating and we're practicing our mindfulness, letting other thoughts go, and we're doing it in a really enjoyable way. And so it's a really good way to practice concentrating and practice mindfulness and just let those thoughts go. So she was able to return to the work, and she really settled into just colouring the shape. And then she just used a black felt at the end to mark out her flower. I didn't push it. I didn't get her to colour in the whole thing. She mentioned she'd written 3 paragraphs at school and her hands were hurting. The muscles in her hands had kind of had enough. So yeah, it was a great lesson. 45 minutes was enough, and that's all we got done in that 45 minutes. So by not pushing them too much, they're very happy. Like, you still get to the point where you got a bit of a finished work there. And so they're really happy with what they've produced, but it wasn't too much for them. And then we just used the last 10 minutes to talk about gratitude and compassion, because for Georgia, in term 1 last year, she focused on compassion, and it was very hard for her to remember the word, let alone put it into practice, or tell me how she could put it into practice, and she would have little homework tasks. And to see her, like I said, what does compassion mean? And then she was able to tell me straight away, that's when you feel like you help someone because you feel like they need your help. And so it was wonderful to see that she's really got that down packed and understands that. And then we talked a little bit about the benefits of gratitude. She had to tell me 5 things she was grateful for, and she rolled off 7 things. And we did compassion in one of our terms last year. And to begin the term, she wasn't able to. She was hard up giving me 3 examples of what she was compassionate, what she was grateful for. So to see her, I asked for 5 and she gave me 7, and she could keep going. It was great to see that she had really connected with her own ability to be grateful for things. So yeah, it was a really good lesson. She was very happy. She was proud of herself. So we've got that short-term well-being happening because she's got that instant gratification with what she's produced. And of course, that long-term well-being is being established each week as she improves with her artwork. Okay, so there it is. That's how easy it is to incorporate mindfulness and meditation into a child's session. And when we use art is just a wonderful vehicle for teaching children mindfulness and meditation. Okay, thanks for joining me, and bye for now.